Alright, hello everybody. It's been a while since I've been on here. As you see, I'm back at the house. Uh, didn't really have a lot of time to do the recording of what was going on during orientation at Wilson and how the training went, but I can say this, it went amazing. It ain't over yet for me. I got to go test on Monday, this coming Monday. Today's the 15th, so I go back next Monday, which I believe is the 19th, and I'll take my CDL test, and then I'll get to come home for the holidays. So orientation week, your first day you're in a truck. You're on the pad. You're gonna do some quick lessons and stuff. And first day you're on the pad in the truck. So you need to understand, and the instructors tell you this course is not for everybody. If you're not a quick study and you don't want to learn this, you ain't gonna make it. We had a few guys go home, and it's an advanced accelerated course is what they call it, and they mean it. So within the first week, you're gonna be operating and learning the backup procedures. After that, the second week you're gonna go to a training center somewhere, whether that be OTR, Craft in Springfield, or Craft in Dallas. I went to Craft in Springfield, and you're gonna do 2 weeks there, which ends up being 10 working days. I loved it. I learned more than I ever thought I would. Shout out to Terry Hurt. He taught me more than I could ever know. One of the great instructors out there. There's some goods and bads out there with some folks, but I got lucky. Terry took care of me, took me under his wing, and taught me more than I ever thought I would learn. Like I said, I was going into it blind and as if I didn't know nothing. And that man taught me how to move that trailer and trailer control, and boy, he was on it. So that was awesome. And then your final week, fourth week, or in my case, fifth week, because right now this would be my fourth week, but because I'm local, I got to go home since I'm not testing for a while. Not everybody gets that opportunity. Sorry, y'all. I moved my camera on my computer, sitting in my recliner. Not everybody gets that opportunity, obviously, and they try to test those that need to get tested quicker. I'm a very patient man. Like I said, I ain't starving. I mean, I got a few other things coming in, so I was able to wait and let some other folks get their tested in. That way they can get out there and start making money. There is money to be made in this company. They do pay you for your CDL. You get a $200 advance each week until you get your CDL, and after that, you start making $900 a week, guaranteed until you actually get your own truck. I do like Wilson. They have stuck to their word. I'm gonna tell y'all what happened to me on Thanksgiving, which is also why I kind of threw it off on me making these videos and keeping it all up to date. Thanksgiving morning at 8 o'clock that morning, my mother rolled her car at four times and broke her back, broke her neck, busted some ribs, and got beat up, punctured a lung. So I was home, thank God, and I got to go and get it. I rushed to the wreck scene. Luckily, it was right down the road. Got her took care of. We got her rushed off, and my Thanksgiving was spent at a hospital all day. We had to move her from Raleigh, Missouri, all the way up to Columbia, Missouri. She's doing okay. She's home now, but it was my car technically, and I needed to take care of that. And I called Wilson. I called training coordinator Jeff, and amazing guy. He stuck to his word. He said, "You take as much time as you need. You're good to go." And I didn't need much time. I needed that day to make sure my mom was secure, and then I needed the next day to make sure the car was secure. I took 2 days. By Saturday, I was back on the training pad. Wasn't nothing I could do. It was in doctor's hands, and I'd already put the car in the insurance hands, so ain't no reason for me to sit around and worry. Got a Charlie Mike, so I did that. Uh, Kind of threw everything off, but it worked. Let's talk the hotel though. So the hotel, you are going to be in the Baymont Inn in Springfield. It is not a bad place. Just make sure they do not clean your room unless you tell them to. You may or may not have a roommate. I had a roommate for the first week. And then I got lucky and I didn't have a roommate for the rest of the time because the rest of my class went down to Dallas and I stayed in Springfield. Um, awesome place. People are respectful there. You got a microwave and refrigerator in your room. You got TV. Bring you some entertainment if you want. I took my Xbox, so I had that. Plenty of places to eat around there. You can get you an Uber, but there's stuff in walking distance. Uh, There's no drinking allowed while you're a trainee, which is understandable. There's nothing wrong with that. There's a pool, there's a spa, there's a small gym in there, so you can get your little workout on. And like I said, there's stuff to do, and Willson takes care of you. They'll move you around via the van, and you'll get everything you need while you're there. You do have to provide your own dinners at night. Luckily, Walmart's right down the road, and I just bought groceries. Little heat 'em up meals. I'm so tired of heat 'em up meals. Let's see, what else can we talk about right quick? This school is not for everybody. Within the first 3 days, you're going to have your first test. If you can't do your 4-stage brake test confidently, you will not pass. They will send you packing. If you cannot do a straight line back, they will send you packing. This is not stuff that the recruiter will tell you. So if you are just expecting to get there and you think they're going to baby you the whole time, that is not the way it works. They will break their necks and their backs to teach you everything they know. There's great instructors out there on the pad. Shout out to Mr. Albert and Roger and Peter and Jesse. Those are the 4 you're primarily going to see, and they are awesome. Uh, but if you cannot pick this stuff very quick, just go ahead and go to a different school. Find another place to go. Come to Willson after you get your CDL. After those 3 days, that Thursday, you will have to make the decision if you want to be there or not. If you choose to be there after that Thursday, you owe them money from that 4.0. If you fail out, if you leave before a year, you owe them money. It's a $3,700 course after everything's said and done. Might be a little more now. It might have changed after the new year. And you owe that until 6 months. After 6 months, you owe half that value. But that time starts when you get your own truck, not when you're on training. So it takes a little bit. Um, if you do not have what it takes to be at this school, they will break their backs to help you go to a school that you can, so you don't have to go find a way home or nothing, because they don't pay your way back home. They have other schools that are very close by that you can just fall right into, and they'll help. They got financing and all that. They are here to help you pass. You need to understand that they are there to teach the test, though. They're not there to teach you how to become a truck driver. They're going to teach you how to pass the CDL test because it is an in-house test. The instructors on the pad are the instructors that are going to test you for your CDL. They are a third-party testing. So you need to understand that they are not there to teach you to be a truck driver. They are there to teach you how to pass that CDL. After you get your CDL, you will go on the road with another truck driver for 30,000 miles. It is that truck driver's responsibility to teach you to be a truck driver. He's going to teach you everything about the system. He's going to teach you everything about how to use the system and how to make money, hopefully. They offer, you can be a lease purchase right out the gate, or you can be a company driver. It is up to you. You will more than likely be in a Freightliner Cascadia. They're nice. They ain't got all the extra stuff on them. That way you ain't distracted. But they got everything you need, including a 24-inch TV. The trucks are brand new. You're going to end up within nothing's older than 3 years. The moment their warranty runs out, they get rid of them. So your truck's going to be nice, no matter which one side you go on. They have a few Volvos, but they're trying to get away from them, I believe. I guess I am going to go into everything. So the first week is orientation and pad work. You'll get your little certificate at the end of the pad because you made it. You were able to complete all their tasks they needed you to do, and then you're going to go somewhere and do 2 weeks worth of training, whether that be the over the road. We have one guy in my class do that. If you do over the road, you're not getting as much bagging, and you're just doing the regular truck driving stuff. If you go to Dallas Craft or Springfield Craft, you are going to back and back and back and back some more. You are literally just making local deliveries back and forth all day long. I worked 5 days a week, 10-hour days. And after the first day, You sit in the passenger seat, you learn the routes, you talk and get to know your trainee. If you don't like your trainee, you need to voice up as soon as possible to get a different one. Don't sit there and hold your gut, and don't try to be nice and think it's going to work out. If y'all don't mesh right away, just go ahead and ask for a different one. We've had some incidents, I noticed, that didn't work out. Luckily, a guy I met, cool guy, got a different trainer that worked out just fine. So always speak up. The faster the better. That way they can't say you're just using it as an excuse. I got lucky with Terry. Terry was amazing. So if you're going through Willson and you go to Craft Springfield, just request Terry. Dude's awesome as all get out. He will teach you everything he knows. Okay. After you finish your 2 weeks, you're gonna come back that Sunday on back to the pad at Willson. You have to be there that Sunday. That Sunday they're gonna tell you when your test is. It could be that next Monday. So hopefully, if you're good enough, it can be that Monday, literally the next day. If you're not prepared for that, let them know and they'll try to get you on Wednesday, or they can push it a week. Due to the holiday, I had 2 classes go through, so that kind of threw all of us off, which is why I'm waiting until this coming Monday. You're going to get pad time. You got to be there that Sunday. You have obligation over the truck, over the new guys, because you're testing. So don't worry, you're going to get some time to get the practice maneuvers in and your pre-trip in. You'll get that time. There's 3 stages to the test. You're going to do your pre-trip. You're going to do your pad procedures, which is the backing. And then you're going to go on the road. If you fail any one of those, you don't move forward. You got to pass it to keep going to the next stage. You got to know your 4-stage. 4-stage brake procedure or 4-stage brake test. You got to know that. You can't miss any portion of that or you automatically fail your CDL test. The rest is on a points place for the pre-trip inspection. It's not hard. Properly mounted and secured at both ends if it's a hose or if it has 2 ends. No abrasions, bulges, or cuts if it's rubber. And then not bent, broke, or cracked if it's freaking for anything else or all of it. You got to know your lights. You got to know your in cab. But all that's on Willson. You can find this stuff online. You can find it on YouTube. Just start studying it. You want to be ahead of the game, study before you get there. As of right now, like I said, I have nothing against Willson. They have been true to their word. They've went out of their way to help me. They're letting me go home when I need to see my family or when I have downtime. They don't care. So I got my trainer already after I passed my test. I know who I'm going on the road with. His name's Peter. He actually is the instructor on the pad. He's going back out on the road. Me and him hit it off, so he's going to be my OTR trainer. So I'll do 30,000 with him. After that, I'll get my own truck. But so far, I like the company. They just made a pay raise. It was 46 cents a mile. Now you start out at 50 cents a mile. So that's your start out pay at 50 cents a mile. And then there's a 5 cents fuel bonus that you could possibly get, so it could be 55 cents a mile. It is a reefer company. You need to understand that you are hauling reefers. You're hauling prime freight. They are a subcontract of Prime. So you're hauling basically for Prime, but Willson is a smaller entity. They know you by name, and they are a small in-house company that is just way better than this big company that you don't really know anybody. When you're in the terminal, there's everything you need. Gym, laundry, you name it, it's there for you. So even during your training, if you need to bring laundry, because at the hotel it costs, you can take your laundry there. And there's time you can do laundry throughout the day. Just remember there's other truckers that are coming into terminal and they're trying to do the same. Even though you're a trainee, they're a trucker and they're trying to do the same. They're trying to get their laundry in. There's TV, there's food, there's free coffee, and then there's cost coffee. But it's a good place. Everything you need is there. The instructors are there. They're going to give you everything you need to know. I will break down more into detail on my next video of like week 1 and then what you need to know about craft. And then after my test next Monday, I'll make another video about that. Obviously, I'm not going to badmouth Willson, because what you do need to know is this is the longest job interview you will ever be on. You are not hired as a trainee. You are not hired until you get that CDL, and they do not have to hire you. So if you are a shitbag, or you have an attitude, or you think you're better than everybody else, they don't have to hire you. You are not a guaranteed position of hire. So remember that going into this. But we're just going to keep on trucking. Hopefully this helps other people out there and gives them the info they've been looking for. Like I said, I'll make more videos going into detail on week 1, 2, and 3, and 4. All right, thank y'all. Y'all be good out there.